Hey everyone, welcome to Mark Walks. Today is June 20th and the time is approximately 12:45 p.m. Beautiful day here, just one day before summer officially rings in, and I'm at the foot of Yonge Street at Queens Quay and Yonge. We'll be taking a walk around to the Harbourfront and the FIFA Canada Soccer House today. Check out some of the FIFA festivities. It's the first time Toronto has ever hosted FIFA World Cup. So it's a big deal for the city. And today is the third game in the city. It's Germany versus the Ivory Coast. Two really good teams. So I doubt there'll be a blowout today. It'll probably be a fierce game and hopefully a really good one. See who wins. This is Yonge, so we're looking up Yonge right now. You can see Pinnacle 1 Yonge SkyTower. Tallest building in the country. It's Canada's newest super tall. And it's a 100-story condo hotel residence. It'll have a beautiful restaurant and a Le Méridien hotel. I think the restaurant will actually be top floor, so that's really unique and cool. The view will be incredible from way up 100 stories. Something to show off before I go for my walk here. And you'll see just here, kind of at the bottom portion of the podium, just after the podium, it's got a really unique kind of almost exoskeleton design in the architecture. And it's supposed to kind of shine like a jewel throughout the sky, which it really does. And this design here, where most of the balconies kind of are at the bottom, is like a flying buttress design, where it breaks out and you can see it kind of have like a breeze section through those balconies. So that's really cool and unique. And if we look up Yonge, you'll see some more condos all the way to 1 Yonge. And the L Tower is really unique design as well, which is like the deconstructivist style. And Pinnacle has done some other projects here, which is just off over here to the west, called Pinnacle Centre. And I'm actually at the shops of the World Trade Center, or the residences of the World Trade Center, which are condos here right at the foot of Yonge and Queens Quay. Let's continue. That's just a little bit about that area there. As you know, Yonge Street is one of the oldest streets in Canada and the longest. It was authorized by the first Lieutenant Governor of Upper Canada, John Graves Simcoe, and it was named after Sir George Yonge. Its initial purpose, I believe, was somewhat of a military strategy, so that they could have a passage all the way to Lake Simcoe from down here in the town of York, the village of York, so that troops could make their way deeper into the interior of Upper Canada at that time. We'll take a walk down Queens Quay because, like I said, Canada Soccer House for FIFA is down at the Harbourfront Centre. The Harbourfront Centre is a massive waterfront zone that was built in conjunction with the federal government, I believe in the 1970s or so, as like a national grand public space. It's something to see when you come to the city. It's at Queens Quay and York, basically, at the foot by the water, just at the water's edge. This is all backfilled land. Sometime, I think in the 1900s, I believe this zone was filled in. The water used to, we'd be underwater right now. The water used to go all the way to Front Street. That's why it's called Front Street. It was fronting the waterfront. And certain portions, like I said, were backfilled 1900s and even all the way to the 1800s, which would be the section closer to the St. Lawrence Old Town where York and the city of Toronto really began. It was filled in before this portion. You can see here, this is kind of how Southcore formed, with these buildings here. Water Park Place, I believe they're called. And then RBC added a newer building on the other side there, RBC Water Park Place. And if you just look up the way here, this is Bay Street. You'll see all the way to the Royal York. That's actually where the water would have gone to, way up to Front Street. So these are the lower streets. And the lower streets are where the water would have been. Something to kind of remember. It's not really called Lower Bay here though. We'll go around Harbour Square Park. These are residential buildings, slightly older, nonetheless great location. And the Harbourfront, or Weston Harbour Castle, the hotel here, somewhere to stay right on the water. You can see these maps. Great Lakes Waterfront Trail, and make your way around. We go through here, this is going to be Harbour Square Park. And like I was saying about Harbourfront Centre, it was a grand federal government funded project. And now it's playing host to the Canada Soccer House, which is sponsored by GE, thanks to GE. Make some good appliances for your household. It's free admission, and as far as I know, you do not need a ticket. This here is your space for the ferries, for lining up, going over to the islands, for the island. It can get quite busy. Today doesn't seem too bad right now. There's also other ways you can get there with like a water taxi or other various means of transportation to get over there that could potentially avoid the ferry terminal lineups. Hopefully see some Germany fans walking around. Game starts at 4 p.m. here in Toronto. And it'll be over at the Exhibition Stadium, which they kitted out to hold way more fans for the FIFA World Cup. I think they added an additional 17,000 seats to bring it up to like 45,000, almost 50,000 seats. Toronto is expecting approximately 300,000 tourists to visit the city for FIFA, maybe more. It'd be great for the city's local economy. And from what I've been told, a lot of people are really enjoying Toronto that are visiting for FIFA. It's maybe even making a mark on the local real estate market. We'll have to see about that. So here we are right at the water. There is a convenience store out on the water, which I was hoping to find here because I thought it was at Harbour Square Park, but I don't see it. It's a floating convenience store. They're calling it the Inconvenience Convenience Store. I think someone tried to swim to it the other day. Here's the park, like a beautiful grassy knoll. Over there, like a little dale, rolling hill. Someone tried to swim out to the Inconvenience Convenience Store, and I believe the cops had to come and bring them back. Oh, that's kind of funny. It always gets windier down here. It's a little cooler by the waterfront, as always, which is a nice reprieve. If you're too hot up in the middle section of the city, you can always come down to this kind of boardwalk area. It's called the Waterfront Trail, as far as I know. Pretty much all the way through here. Some of it's called Harbour Square Trail, but the remainder is Waterfront Trail. like a boardwalk. Oh, there's the convenience store. Here we go. All right, so we are going to see it on this walk. You can see lots of willow trees down by the water. Smart place to have willows because their roots are really wanderers. You don't want to put a willow tree beside your house. They have strong, powerful root systems, and probably the best locations for them are near bodies of water where their roots can just go out, or on a massive field. They're really cool trees. I've always loved willow trees. When I was a kid, there was one down the block. It was basically the dividing line of where you should and shouldn't go, or how you got home and knew where you were. You saw the willow, the weeping willow. So it's neat how the trail breaks up, like concrete pavers, little stepstone interlock. And here's the convenience store. I think it's open. It's quite hilarious. Let's have a look at it. There you go. There's a duck or a loon maybe out in the water right beside it. And another one over there. But yeah, there's the convenience store. The other side of the island is a beach for swimming. Don't swim here. Just keep getting a look at it here. I want to get another video of it. Sorry if hands get shaky. I got two things in both hands here. Okay, there it is. It's really cool. It's even got graffiti and signs on the side of it. And flowers. It's like a real convenience store. And look, there comes a porter jet to the Toronto Island Airport. You can see a little man-made waterfall at the end of the trail over here. That's cool. And more of these willows. Beautiful big willow trees. Have to go back up and around because that's the tip over there where the waterfall is. These here are some older condos. They're really cool. They've lots of units in there, have been renovated beautifully. It's called Harbour Square condo. Oh, it's getting real windy here. Oof. There's a water taxi, like I was saying. I'm not certain how much more or less they cost, or what the cost even is compared to the ferry. I think the ferry is probably cheaper though, but the lineups, right? There's cruises that, like, I mean, usually for corporate parties and such. I'm sure if you have enough money, you could book one for your own party. And here's the entryway to number 1 York Quay, Harbour Square condos. We won't get to see much of Love Park on this side, which is a beautiful new park shaped like a heart. heart is actually a water feature with a giant willow in the middle. Oh, sorry, it's not a willow. I can see it now. There's some willows around. It was designed by Claude Cormier, one of the great landscape architects, and they do a lot of Toronto's new modern parks, and they do a bang-up job. I love their work. You'll see it over there. That's the Love Park. They have little boats sailing around in there. I think you can kind of rent them maybe and team up or race against each other. You can see there's one York. So this is kind of where Southcore has been pressing down to. There's the RBC building. And those are Harbour Plaza condos, the two taller buildings. And then the Sun Life building there. RBC and PwC were some of the first office towers to press down into the Southcore section, moving Bay Street more southerly. This building here is a condo. It's called Water Club Condos. It's a few towers right on the waterfront at Queens Quay. And there's a pool, I think, up in the middle there, outdoor pool. And then over here, we've got an old commissioner's building, which has like a gift shop and various other tours inside of it now. Offices for the tours. And this is the beginning of the Harbourfront Centre section here. This was the giant project that was grand national project for this section of Queens Quay and the waterfront. And this is the old Queens Quay terminal. You see it has like a clock tower at the top and like an Art Deco style. Slightly modern, slightly deco, nice mix. I think we'll take the walk around Queens Quay Terminal. Hopefully it's not too windy because it's got a lot of stuff to show off. As a farm boy, so if you're down by the water, you get hungry, you go get something cheap at a grocery store, or there's some nice restaurants. And it's a nice walkway through these trees. It's got a few entry points, just in case you missed the first one. You can see here, 1927. So like I was saying, I think this section was filled in the 1900s. It's newer than over by St. Lawrence and Old Town. Here's the nice restaurants with patios. Really cool. Absolutely amazing location. Get a great view when the cruise or the little cruise yachts are out. Little large cruise yachts. Little in comparison to billionaires' yachts. Here's another restaurant right at the water with some more patio seating. Fantastic spot. Got a game going. Oh, it's Sweden and the Netherlands. Another great game for today's FIFA games. Kind of missing it as I'm out walking with you. I actually went and watched the Canada game over at PJ O'Brien's, and I didn't get to film the first game crowds of the city, so that's why I came out. This is the third game in Toronto. There'll be 6 hosted here. I didn't get to come out and do the first one. I actually had technical difficulties with my live stream. I tried to do it live. Well, here we go. Here's another restaurant while I'm talking about this. This one looks great too. I'm not sure if these are the same restaurants from like 15, 20 years ago, because I came here a few times back then and loved it. I don't frequent the waterfront as often anymore, but every time I come down, and it's amazing. It's a truly cool spot for the city. I'm usually more in the old town and the financial district in the city. Here, we're coming up on it now. This is all FIFA events. So anyway, I missed filming live stream because I had technical difficulties. This is like a little soccer setup from Canadian Tire. It's really cool. They built a offshore court or pitch with like a blow-up castle. And you can go in there and play some footy. So here we are. This is all like Harbourfront Centre and Canada Soccer House. This is basically the second. There's like two major FIFA fan zones. The actual one is FIFA Fan Fest, which is over at Fort York. And then this would be, I don't know, they're both about the same. They're both the larger sections. So this is the Canada Soccer House one. Try and show it all off. Lots of sponsors putting up to have it decked out for the World Cup. Nathan Phillips, of course, has some stuff too, but there's two main, like I said, and C&E grounds somewhat. You'll have to check online if you're coming down. It's best to always check. This is the main section here. There is the tower. CN Tower. Toronto's most influential or well-known tower. Hopefully they don't surround it with buildings. Here's a pirate taxi, that's cool. And behind me is a tall ship. We'll look back at it in a minute. Right there. That's really cool. An old classic. I'm just on the outside of it. I didn't go in. I don't know if I need, like, it'll be a lineup, so we'll look through. You guys can always come down, and it's going to be busy now because of the Netherlands-Sweden game. But I just wanted to show you where it is, really. Through here. And they have a stand set up, almost like a VIP stand. And of course there's the events or theater, amphitheater, just there, and some restaurants and such. They've got the game going over here on like a TV stage. And then the old bridge reopened down the way, Amsterdam Bridge, so you can get to and fro the piers easier in this area. So when you come down to the Fan Fest, or the Soccer House, Canada Soccer House, you will have an easier time probably. And there you go. So I didn't go into it. Again, I just wanted to show you it. I hope you go in and enjoy yourselves. Look at this TV stage they set up. Looks like they put together a bunch of TVs, some speakers, and a bunch of fans watching in there now. Netherlands-Sweden game is on. Have another beautiful look to the islands. Isn't that a nice view? And yes, some German fans here. Very cool. I wonder if they're actually from Germany. Nice. I think I'll be rooting for Germany later. At 4 p.m. Well, here you go. Here's the schooner. A tall ship. They'll take you out. You just gotta look up the tour right there. There's a phone number too, if you need to. There you go. There's lots to do down here at the waterfront. Even more so now. So take advantage of it. That's a really cool entryway with all the flags for FIFA. Take advantage of it, come down and explore, or actually watch the game and take it in as a fan. I'm sure you'll all enjoy yourselves. I'll try and do a live another day. I just wanted to get out and actually cover some of the FIFA stuff because it's a historical moment in time for the city of Toronto. And of course I have to cover that. You got to see a few condos as well, and we still talked real estate. A little bit of history. The Mark Walk stuff. More Germany fans. Here we go. I think I'm gonna root for Germany today, guys. I'll be home in time to watch that, or maybe go out. Last week, when I had those technical difficulties, I went to PJ O'Brien's and met up with a colleague, and it was a bit of a time crunch, so I couldn't try and make a video. I already told them I was going to meet them, so there was time constraints and technical difficulties. PJ O'Brien's was amazing. Wasn't too busy. They let us in and watch the Canada game, which was a tie match. It was a good game. We'll have another look out to the water. Here comes a helicopter. This is probably a tour one. I think they give tours around the city. Maybe you can see that or not. It's a smaller chopper. And there you go. That's a look back out to the island. I hope you enjoyed today's walk, and we got to see a bit of Canada's Soccer House. At least you know where it is. Come down, have a great time in the city. Just make sure you look everything up, the dates, times, whether you need tickets, how much costs are, if there's costs or not. Thanks so much for watching. And if you need me in the city, or you want to learn more about the City of Toronto's residential real estate, just reach out, DM me. Don't leave your private information below. Just send me a message and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. And we're back. We actually made our way over to the Princess Gates with all the German fans. They're pre-partying over kind of in the park and on the walk here. Ran into some new faces, soon to be familiar faces probably. Liam and Henry.
Yeah.
And hopefully everyone can hear this. I don't have my mic.
This is really great scenes here.
Yeah, I love it. So cool. They're getting amped up here. The game is in 2 hours. Henry was telling us that the team's staying at the Delta Hotel, and T-Shots is over there, and we'll be walking. Unfortunately, you won't see this live. It's going to be recorded, but she's going to be walking down, I think, with the bus or the team. I'm not sure if they'll be side by side, but that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Harry came in maybe in the form of his wife.